Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Bruce Hill, New Skills, New You. Let's see here. Just testing sound. We're going to stream to YouTube, which is a great way, one of many ways to catch the replays. It's all about sharing the knowledge. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me make sure we start at the beginning. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Just say yes. Keep it simple. No, I like simple. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Miss Carter, Sampson, welcome, welcome, welcome. What states are y'all licensed in? Oh, okay. We got a little West Coast here, East Coast. That's awesome, awesome. We got both sides of the Mississippi. Awesome. Well, look. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna jump right in. I want to get straight to it. I wanted to keep it simple and actionable because that's. I really thank y'all for participating and spending your time. So we're gonna make it worth your while. All right, let's rock and roll. Let's see. We're gonna share the screen. Mhm. There it is. All right. Welcome to Sales Skills for Notaries. I'm Bruce Hill, also known as New Skills, New You. And I want to say thank you again for your presence and participation. If you see me look over this way, I'm looking at the chat. So if you have any questions, comments, clarification, let me know. I'm here to serve. I really want to see 2022 to be your best year yet. So what we're going to do, I'm jumping right in. Can I rock and roll? Can I rock and roll? What we're going to cover today is some basic sales skills as a mobile notary you can use to grow your business. I feel like I have a slide for this, but I want to say this very quickly. This is not a sales training. Okay. I don't need you all to be sales professionals. If you were going to do that, you could sell cars, you can sell homes, you can sell life insurance. I want you to be the best mobile notary and one that hears yes more often. So we're going to talk about confidence. We're going to talk about mindset, and all the theory and philosophy is good. We're going to give you one or two things that you can take with you tonight and put into action. That's really where this works. All right. So if y'all ready to take action and grow your business, just type action in the chat. If you're ready to say, hey, look, we're trying to set some record months and weeks for 2022, just put action in the chat. What is not? Oh, good. I moved it. It's not a sales training. Look, I'm not going to teach you to be a killer closer, right? I don't want to manipulate people. I don't want you to persuade people. No mind games, no tricks. It really has to be simple. I believe in operating in authenticity and practicing integrity. So I'm going to teach you some best practices, not sneaky tricks. You could go somewhere else for that, but I like that. If y'all are here, y'all are some good people and you really want to do your best at what you do. So, this is important. This is to help you grow an existing mobile notary business. Okay. This is not, if you're not licensed, I can help you get there. I'll connect you with a good friend of mine, Rafael. That's one of my business partners. And he's actually in one of the trainings we'll talk about later. But this is about how we can grow as business professionals, all right? We're going to talk about building self confidence. I think that's huge no matter what we do. We're confident in ourselves and our abilities and our capacity to grow. We'll talk about creating a unique value preposition. Oh, I'm back in grammar school. Proposition. That means like what makes you stand out from the crowd? What makes you you? All right. And then, of course, my favorite word, how to hear yes more often. And then I should put a little subtitle, right? Without sounding like a salesperson. That's important. So just to clarify again, who this course is for, it's mobile notaries. If you're a loan signing agent, you can take some of this. If you work out of a title office or law office, you could take some of these things. But this is specifically for my folks that are kind of the independent contractor, the entrepreneur, whether you're part time or full time, whether you've been doing it for 1 month or 1 decade. We're going to give you something you could take and put in practice. And I can't emphasize this enough. This is not a shortcut. This is not notary training. I'm not going to teach you how to pass the test. I'm not going to teach you how to get your stamp or apply for SOS. Wrong place. So we can help you. Just put in the chat if you need help. If you don't have your license, actually, let me make sure. Does everybody have their license on this training? We'll make sure I'm talking to the right people. If you have your license, just say yes. Okay, great. I say this all over and over again. It's not sales training. We've all met that salesperson we hate. I don't want you to become that person. I want y'all to be you. I just want you to be the you that hears yes more often. I personally believe sales as a profession is not for everyone. It's not. There's some people that just don't need to be in sales. Maybe that's you. That's fine. That's fine. Here's something I have learned over the past 10 years. Sales skills are definitely for everyone. Each and every person from 5 to 50, from 10 to 100. Yes, even you. So what is new skills, new you? And what does that have to do with sales skills? All right. What does sales skills have to do with notary? Bruce, you're not making any sense. Let's pull it all together. So new skills, new you works under the philosophy, the mantra that one new skill will change your life. I originally hosted a workshop for notaries back in December. And my friend Rafael joined in. He asked lots of questions. He's engaged. He took notes. And he took everything I told him and he put it into practice. And in fact, if you had looked on the registration page, there was a 5-star review at the bottom. That was him. And I really appreciate all the support he's shown. But it's really, man, I really can't take credit for it because I'll show you what to do. I'll tell you how to do it. But when you put it into action, that's when a new skill creates a new you. And so in January, he has his best month ever. He's been full-time as a notary for 4 years. So in January, he has the best week ever. And then the next week, he breaks the record again and has actually outpaced some of his previous months in 2021. So I'm like, yes, it works. So now I was like, okay, we've got to get some webinars. We got to tell some more people so we can help more people grow their notary business. And I chose webinars so I could talk to more people at once. But also, I did take the recording of that workshop. So you can get that. I'll give you a chance if you want to grab that and learn how he's breaking his own records. So I'll give you a chance to tap into that as well. So new skills, new you is not to change careers. It's not to get your realtor's license or even your notary. It's to help you be the best version of you and grow your business. All right. So who is Bruce Hill? That's me. Hi. Hello. I started out, man, years ago. I lost my job. That's how all great stories start, right? I lost my job. Bills was due. Some of them were past due, and I needed to make a change. I'm like, look, I was barely breaking even where I was. So now, what do I do differently? And my buddy, my good friend, gave me the advice. He said, Bruce, you should learn how to sell. You got to figure out how to sell. Go sell cars. I'm like, sell cars? The last thing I want to be is a car salesman. I don't know about you. Never really met a car salesman that I liked. But I found a good company that took care of their employees. They took care of the customers, right? They had great cars, and they were honest about financing. So it was a really great place to learn. And that's really where I picked up sales skills. And it changed my entire life. That was the first time I've been working, for years at this point, graduated from university, I have a bachelor's degree. But sales was the first time that I earned 5 figures in 1 month. And it felt really good. And so now I help take all those skills, listening, confidence, persistence, problem solving, all those things I learned from selling, and I applied it in different areas of my life. I've sold home security systems. I've sold cell phones. I have actually sold life insurance. That's why I mentioned that earlier, but I have done that. What else? I've sold software and on and on and on. And so I found the pattern. I found the transferable skills, and that's what I'm bringing to you. That's what I'm bringing you because I tested them in different cities, different states, different products and services. I even sold uniforms at one point. All right. I've sold menswear. It works anywhere. So you don't have to quit being a mobile notary and go sell cars like I did. You can take all the skills and apply them to your business. So if you want to learn some new skills, put new skills in the chat. And I'm really excited to share because I've tested all these things. I want you to listen to me because I've already put in 10 years banging my head against the wall, knocking on doors, literally, um, cold calling people, tens of thousands of presentations to people who may or may not want to hear from me. So you all have a really nice advantage over me because your objective is really clear. Do you have some documents that need to be notarized? Boom, right? It's a lot easier. So you don't have to learn how to convince people or persuade and twist people's arms. You can get straight to the value. So, all right, that sounds good. Thanks for the introduction. Bruce, how do we hear yes more often, right? We need some tangibles. We need some tangibles. Number one, write this down, is ask the right people. That's, you're like, wait, what? Is that it? I know it's so simple, but I promise you that I want to keep this so simple that you can take it and put it into action right away. Some of us ask our friends and family, and we're like, hey, do you need some documents notarized? And they look at you crazy, like, no, what are you talking about? Get out of here. And then you feel defeated, you feel deflated, you feel dejected. You're like, man, I knew this mobile notary business was a waste of time. But when I talk about asking the right people, that is a very fundamental place to start. Who do we need to talk to? Right, law offices, maybe nursing home. Right? We could provide some paperwork for end of life. Title offices, right? We need to talk to realtors or real estate brokers. Those are the right people. And this is so obvious. If your internet kicks off, your Wi Fi cuts off, your laptop dies, I really want you to think about who are the right people that I want to work with and for. The first thing you can do to hear yes more often is take stock throughout your day, throughout your week. Am I talking to people that can tell me yes? Am I talking to people that need the service I'm offering? So maybe you're in some notary groups on Facebook, maybe on Clubhouse. I joined a notary group earlier today. A really great conversation about how mobile notary has changed people's lives. It's really encouraging, and that's awesome. You get motivated, you get inspired, maybe you learn some things along the way. But those are the wrong people. If I'm licensed and you're licensed and he's licensed, we talk. Great, we can support each other, but none of us are going to really give each other business. Does that make sense? Now there are some groups that are helpful. Hey, if you're in Arizona, I need someone, that's licensed to take this assignment. Oh, hey, if you're in the Philadelphia area, we need some help. That's collaboration. But at the end of the day, we want to talk to people that are referral partners. Those are the right people. People that are going to call us up and say, hey, are you available on this day? That's what we want. So when we hear yes more often, make sure we have a list. Well, there's an email list. If you have a CRM, if you do it the old-fashioned way, and just do an Excel spreadsheet, make sure you're talking to the right people. Does that make sense? Say makes sense. I want to make sure I keep it so simple for you. If it makes sense, say makes sense. All right, great, beautiful. Next up, ask more people. I promise you, I got to keep it so simple. So we're going to find the right people. I already gave you a list of who we need to talk to. We want to ask more people. If you get on, let's see if I can do this. Give me 1 second. Let's say, you go online and you search mobile notary, and I think I have someone from Arizona. What city are you in Arizona, Brenda? Mesa. All right, check this out. I type in mobile notaries, I'm going to get 520,000 results in 0.77 seconds. Wow. So we'll get through all the ads and we'll get down here. Sign on time, mobile notary. Actually, I think I know them. I think they were in that clubhouse group I was talking about earlier. That's pretty cool. All right, so then we've got JP Mobile Notary, we've got AZ Mobile Notary, we got Medina Signature Closers. It says, look at Gilbert. Is that a city or a person? Here's the point I'm making. You see all these people pop up. There's 2 points I want to make here. One, this is where the unique value proposition comes in. 2, when I say you need to talk to more people, it's nice when the phone rings. Hey, are you available Saturday at 3? Yes, I am. Here's my fees. Let's go. Right? It's really nice when that happens. But you're not going to be able to grow a business off of waiting for the phone to ring. There's too many people, and they maybe politely, they've never heard of you, right? They don't know which one of these people they should call first. So they're going to call maybe the first page. Maybe they're going to call the one with the highest stars. Maybe they're going to call the person with the most reviews, right? Like this one's 5 stars, but only has 9. And this one's 5 stars, but it has 37. So maybe that's not you yet. We're going to talk about how to get you there. Maybe that's not you yet. So where we want to be proactive is introducing ourselves to more people. This is the tough part about growing a business, especially for my introverts. You can use an email list or you can use business cards. If you don't want to talk to a whole bunch of people on a daily basis, that's fine. Here's what I need you to remember. The more people you know what you do and who you are, the more people can tell you yes. It's so simple, but I really am going to repeat it a few more times because, perfect example, I had a young lady. She told her aunt she was a mobile notary. And she'd been a mobile notary for a while. This is one of our Facebook groups. She said this today, yesterday. She'd been a mobile notary for a while, but her aunt didn't know that. And so I remember I just said we got to tell the right people, but more people is going to bring me to our second point. So the very same week, her aunt friend needed a notary. She's like, oh, well, my niece does this. Okay. So the first thing you can do, or sorry, the second thing you can do to hear yes more often is tell more people. More people need to know who you are and what you do. They need to know how to get in touch with you. So we'll talk about getting you on Google. We'll talk about getting you at the top of that page. But for right now, you have to be proactive. How do you do that? We'll reverse engineer our list of the right people. You can join realty groups on Facebook or LinkedIn. All right. Law offices, they're easy to find. It's just a quick, I love 2022. It's such a great time to be in business because information is free and abundant. This webinar is free, right? I'll give you all a chance to spend some money, but first we got to add some value and make sure we're helping you grow your business. So if you, on a day-to-day basis, how many times are you letting people know about your business? Go ahead and put in the chat. This is not a rhetorical question. On a day-to-day business, how many times are you letting people know about your services? So for me, 20 is my minimum. I've got to tell at least 20 people. I often shoot for more, but that's my bare minimum. I need to tell 20 of the right people what I do, who I am, how to get in touch with me. And I teach something called the 3 C's. It's clear, concise, and compelling. So for me, I say, hey, I'm Bruce Hill. I teach sales skills to entrepreneurs. For you, you might say, hey, I'm Brendan Sampson and mobile notary in Mesa, Arizona. I do travel and professional and courteous. Short, sweet, and simple, clear, concise, and compelling. What's great when you're telling the right person, that's when it's compelling to them. You can't go into a sandwich shop and be like, hey, I'm a mobile notary. It's like, okay, well, what do you want to order? Is this for here to go? Ms. Carter says, you just started working on my nerves right now. It is challenging. We're going to talk about how building up that confidence. It is challenging to tell these people that never heard of you what you do. But here's the good news. They need you. You're not out here selling I'm trying to think if you're not selling vacuum cleaners, okay? You're not selling Dysons. Folks have a problem. These documents aren't valid. I can't close on my house. I can't fill in the blank unless I get it notarized. They're waiting for a professional, someone who shows up on time, someone who's patient to explain them, And I'm getting ahead of myself, but these are all great things to put in your unique value proposition, right? Someone who's going to educate them on the process, someone who's going to double check for mistakes, because it's really frustrating, especially for like for a realtor or for their client, if we miss the page or if the document's signature doesn't match their ID, right? Those little things where they have to get it back and do it again. So you can position yourself as the expert and you can have confidence in yourself. Hey, I know what to look for. I know what to do. I'm going to help make this a smooth and easy process for you. We're going to get it right the first time. So now people want to work with you. They're excited for the opportunity to give you business, but they can't give you business. They can't tell you yes unless you ask. So let's get back to it. I need you to ask more people. So this can be really, really simple. Don't overthink it. Don't feel stressful. You can go on a LinkedIn and you can just search your city and a realtor and pick the first 5 people. Say, hi. Please write this down. Say, hi. My name is, I'm a notary, a mobile notary in your area. When is your next loan closing? Now, they may say something like, oh, we already have somebody, right? I already have someone I work with. That's fine. That's not the end of the road. Don't cry. Don't beat yourself up. Certainly don't give up. Say, hey, that's wonderful. I'm not surprised a professional like yourself does. Who do you call if they're unavailable? And they might say nobody. We say, oh, great. I want to be the person you call. Here's how you get in touch with me. Okay. And I just want you to get in the habit of telling 5 people. That's it. I want to stretch a little bit. I want you to be a little uncomfortable. All you have to do is tell 5 people what you do. That's your assignment, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on LinkedIn, or some other good places. Thumbtack, we talk about that in the workshop as well. It's like, where are we getting this business? But you got to tell more people so more people can tell you yes. All right. So put more people in the chat. That's number 2. Put more people in the chat. Make sure we're on track. We'll go to the next one. I hope this is I hope this is so simple for you all because I really want to see you succeed. I've run into some really amazing people. They've taken the time to get a license, they got their stamp, but they're letting something hold them back from growing their business. So put more people in the chat. If you're going to commit to telling 5 people each day, excuse me, each business day, don't bother people on Sunday. I I do work on Sundays. I work every day, but I make sure that if I'm talking to business professionals, I talk to them during business hours. Yes, yes. Okay. Ask more often. Ooh, okay, we're diving deeper. What's the difference between asking more people and asking more often? Well, the difference is, let's go back to this one real quick. Asking more people means if I ask 10 realtors, lawyers, fill in the blank, hey, when do you need a mobile notary? That means 10 people have the opportunity to tell me yes. But if I ask 100 people, that means I give 100 people the opportunity to tell me yes. If that feels daunting, take a deep breath. That feels a little scary. Inhale, exhale. I know what you're thinking. You're like, Bruce, if I asked 100 people, 100 people could tell me no. Listen, I want to let you know something. My first sales job, and I didn't even realize this. My first sales job, I was a fundraiser. I called donors and asked them for money. What was really, really cool about that job is I asked for all this money, tens of thousands of dollars, and they didn't get anything. I didn't give them anything. I might send them a thank you card, and not even a card. It's like a postcard. It's just one page, right, front and back. Didn't even open up. They give me $10,000 and you get a postcard. If I can do that, and I promise you, people told me no. I'm still alive, right? Still beating, heart still beating. If I can do that, you can grow your business. So if you ask 100 people, 100 people have the chance to tell you yes. I want you to think positively. I'm trying to find the people that need me. So someone tells me no, that's feedback. That lets me know I'm not asking the right person. That's fine. Hey, thanks. And this is another great question. Hey, you don't need someone. Who do you know that may need a mobile notary? Ask for the referral. That's how you're going to get on that front page of Google, is by asking for the referral. We haven't got to asking for the referral yet because we're not asking enough people in the first place. We're not getting past the 10 people. We're still stuck on 5 people. So your assignment is just to ask 5 people Monday through Friday. That's 25 people. Just tell them what you do. Here's how you get in touch with me. When is the next assignment? This is important. So don't just say, hey, I'm Miss Carter. I am a mobile notary. That's not asking a question. Say, hey, I'm Miss Carter. I'm a mobile notary. When is your next opportunity? When is your next assignment? When is your next appointment? However you want to phrase it. And it's going to be challenging at first if you're not used to asking for the business. But I promise you, I guarantee it. Good, I don't have a lawyer yet. I guarantee it. You're not going to die because so many people told you no. It will feel uncomfortable, but what's really exciting is you hear yes, man, something magical happens. You're like, wait, what? Really? Oh, great. And it makes all those no's work. It's like digging for gold. You don't stick your shovel into the dirt and you get a spoonful of dirt and you're like, it's dirt, I give up. You keep going until you hear that clink. And you're like, there it is. Getting through the no's to the yes, there's someone that wants to tell you yes. You just got to go find them. You do that by asking more people. Now, sometimes we've asked our 100 people, right? Sometimes it's the wrong timing. That's where asking more often comes in. So, one of the big things that I've seen other notaries do is they build a list, an email list, and just once a week they remind people, hey, it's yours truly, still a mobile notary, I still travel up to X number of miles. And by the way, did you know? And I'll share an interesting fact. And so what happens is maybe the new construction got delayed, right? There's a shortage of everything. Maybe they're waiting for a sign off from a doctor. Maybe the family member was out of town, right? The flight got delayed, they're not here yet. Well, now all the puzzle pieces fall together. So now, hey, we got to get these documents notarized before they got to head back out of town. Hey, we've got to get these notarized so we can get it to the underwriter. Hey, we got to get this done. Wait. Didn't so and so just send you an email? Hey, you're right, I did. Let me look in my inbox real quick. And that's where your phone starts to ring. And a lot of people ask once and they give up. But picture this, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, my favorite place in the world. And my favorite restaurant is a plant-based pizzeria. Now, I happened to go by there on a Monday and they were closed. Now, I was pretty upset. I was pretty disappointed. It's kind of like hearing no. You're upset, but I didn't starve to death. I'm just fine. I was disappointed, but I survived. Now, does that mean I'm never, ever, ever eating there again? No, that's silly. That's my favorite restaurant. Well, I just looked at the list. I said, oh, they're closed Monday and Tuesdays now. So what did I do? I went yesterday, Wednesday. Yeah, I went yesterday, and I still got some leftovers in the fridge. I'll probably have those after we finish this webinar. And I went back. Well, unfortunately, we don't always have a calendar of when people are going to need us. So asking more often gives people, that same 100 people, not even a new 100 people. I already took all the time to find this 100 people. It gives them another opportunity to tell them yes. So we're going to find the right people. We're going to ask more of the right people. We're going to ask them more often. There's a little cartoon, maybe you've seen it or heard of it, Family Guy. And the mom is laying down in the bed. She's tired. She's had a long day. And the little boy comes in, the little toddler, and he's like, "Mom, mommy, mom, mom, mommy, mom, mommy, mom," over and over and over again for way too long, till the mom freaks out. She's like, "What?" Don't be that person. Don't harass people. Don't be a pest. Once a week usually does the trick. For your business, maybe once daily if you have some valuable content to share. But no less than once a week. All right, once a month, that's a little bit far apart. Once a week will do the trick. Ask more often. Here's the thing: if they don't want to hear from you, they're gonna unsubscribe. That's great. That's feedback. That lets you know they were not the right people. But most of the time, they're going to save it. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, I forgot about them. They'll archive it for when they need it. And you get the timing right, your phone starts to ring. Business starts to find you. And that's a beautiful place to be. So now, let me pause. Any questions, comments, concerns? How are we feeling? How are we doing? All right. All right. Good, 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 good. So we're almost going to tie it all together. I'm really big on not talking just to be talking. I want to make sure we can take these things and run with them. So the number four, okay. Rhonda says she's interested in doing remote signing. I can help you with that. Not me personally. I'll connect you with a good friend of mine. Oh, what did I do? How do I get back to my presentation? There we go. The next thing is asking better questions. This one I'm not going to spend a lot of time on, but it's very simple. Don't ask, do you need a notary? If you're talking to a title agency, if you're talking to a law office, at some point, if you're talking to a realtor, at some point, yes, they need a notary. That's a good question. I'm proud of you for asking. A better question would be, who do you call when you need a notary? And they'll tell you, oh, we've got a list, we've got a person on staff, whatever the case may be. Then you'll ask another question. You'll say, okay, great. How do I get on that list? Or who do you call if they're on vacation? Right? Asking better questions leads to better answers. So if you say, hey, do you need a notary today? They'll say, oh, not today. You're like, all right, well, I'll go home. I try. You say, hey, when are you going to need one? Who do you call? How do I become the person you call when you need documents notarized? Asking better questions is a great way to hear yes more often. It makes you sound confident and professional. Ask about their problems. This is the last one we're going to cover for tonight, and then I'll take any questions. When I say ask about their problems, a lot of times we try and tell people, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm fast, I travel, I'm always punctual, and those are good things. Those are things we talked about in that unique value proposition. But I want to say, hey, listen, tell me about a time that the notary didn't show up or they were late. What did you do? Tell me about a time that things weren't signed correctly. Have you ever had an issue with fraud? Do you know what to look for fake IDs? Ask about their problems. And one of two things is going to happen. They're going to be like, yeah, that did happen actually just last month. I never want, and you say, hey, look, you never want that to happen again, right? No, of course not. Hey, great. Then we definitely need to work together. Or they'll say, hey, that's never happened. I never even thought about that. And you say, good. Let's make sure it stays that way. So whichever way, if yeah, that's the problem of theirs, great. Let's prevent it. If it's not a problem, say great. Let's make sure it never becomes a problem. So, this needs to be updated. So what I want to do before I forget this is a really simple mindset, and there's just really 5 simple steps for you to hear yes more often. I mentioned Rafael and the workshop is actually you'll get copies of replays for this webinar. And in our workshop, we talk a little bit more about where we're getting that new business from. And again, he's been a mobile notary for 4 years. So he talks about different ways he gets his phone to ring. One more thing I want to leave with you. If you don't already, you need to create a Google business profile. Google business profile. If you just search Google My Business, it's free, so there's absolutely no reason not to. So remember when I did that search and people had the 5 stars, 4.7 stars, and 7 reviews, 36 reviews. That's a business Google profile. You don't have that. You want to make sure you set that up immediately. And each and every client you work with, ask them for a review. Ask them for a review. So now when people are doing a search for a notary, now you're popping up. Now your phone is ringing. You're not having to go on Facebook groups and LinkedIn groups. You're not having to go to message boards. You're not having to go call realtor's office. Whew. I've cold called before. I really don't want you to do that. That's a salesperson thing to do. Your notaries, not salespeople. I don't want you to be salespeople. So, also in this workshop, there's a list of resources. Again, our partner Nathaniel of Stamper Notary has a list of resources. One of those, he teaches you how to do remote signings. Okay. What else? How to make money from stamping without having to show up. He's got different resources for your city. How to Google My Business, I believe. Thumbtack is another one he uses. So these are a lot of resources. I look at it from a sales perspective. He, as a full-time notary, he looks at as a notary perspective. You put those together, you're gonna win. And that slide said 97. I apologize for that. It's just 47. It's just 47 because I really do want to add value. I really do want to help you grow your business. So I'll update that slide. That's on me. But if you go check out, it's just $47. Um, okay, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Carter, for sharing that. Brenda, if you got that. And she asked to go over the steps again. The steps are so simple. Make sure we're talking to the right people. We want people that can tell us yes. And I'll give you three examples, right? Realtors, real estate brokers, law offices, and titles. Depending on your state, if they have title offices. Number two is ask more people. I like LinkedIn and Facebook groups. I go find those right people and I let them know who I am and I give them an opportunity to work with me. Hey, here's my number, here's my email. If you have a landing page, a calendar link, whatever you want to do, keep it simple. I just let them know, and here's how you work with me. We don't beg, we don't convince, we don't plead. We just say, hey, look, this is what I do. I'm going to make this easy for you. I'm going to be punctual and professional. When's your next assignment? Number three is to ask more often. We can't assume that we're going to tell people one time and they're just going to magically remember and have our name and number memorized. They've got to get a reminder. I like using an email list. Again, if you're part of Facebook groups, you can have a weekly post and maybe give some information, add some value, educate. And then number three, or excuse me, that was number three is more often. Um, Number four is asking better questions. Don't just say, hey, do you have any assignments for today? Hey, how do I get on your list? How to become your go-to person? Where is your biggest struggle? What can I help with? Can I teach a workshop for you? How to identify fake IDs? I don't know. Think outside the box. And then number five is ask about their problems, which kind of goes into that one. So real quick, Brenda asked, how do you set up your business profile? Great question. I'll show you. It's super easy. You go to Google My Business. There it is. You want to find this one, Google Business Profile, get listed on Google. All right. Stand out with a free Google Business Profile. You go to Manage Now. Now, I'm already signed in. This is actually one of my other businesses besides New Skill, New You. But if this is the first time, it'll ask you for some information about your business, who you serve, your city and state, address, and it's going to send you a confirmation, and you're done. Super easy. There's no programming skills involved, and that's definitely going to help you grow as a professional. Great question. Great question. I hope that helps. Any other questions, comments, concerns? All right. I hope that was super simple, but more importantly, I hope that you will apply one or all of those things to grow your business. From asking the right people to Google Business Profile, and then you can refer to the workshop where we can even have a more holistic view of your mobile notary business. It's just a tiny sliver, but one new skill will change your life. Any other questions, comments, concerns before I hop off? Yes, actually, I'm working on a separate training on that. Brenda said, "Have you? I've heard you can set up a business phone through Google. Is that true? It is absolutely true. Look up Google Voice. It's voice.google.com. Mm-hmm. If it's personal, it's actually free. If it's your business, I believe it's $4.99 a month. It's a great way to get started. Actually, working on a ebook on that where I'm just like, look, you don't need a fancy website. You don't need 800 number. You can get a lot of these tools from Google for free or very affordable. Now people aren't calling your personal phone, right? Now you've got a separate line. It might ring to your phone, but now you've got a separate business line that makes you look more professional. It's great if you ever open up a business bank account and you can post that on your Google listing. So you keep business and personal separate. Another great way to grow your mobile notary business. Absolutely. Any other questions? As Carter said, do you have any YouTube videos? Where else can we find you? Oh, hey, I'm all over the place on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at New Skills New You. New Skills New You. Now, I have a YouTube, but people tell me it's a little bit tough to find. So, best practice would probably be Instagram. Very question. Any other questions, comments, concerns? All right. Then to quote my coach, oh, they want to add the links in the chat. Let's see if I can do that. One moment, please. Instagram. There we go. For the YouTube address, go to the what's the word? Go to my Instagram, New Skills New You, and if you click the link in my bio, all the other social media will be at the bottom. All right, so New Skills New You on Instagram. Click the link in my bio. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. Have everything you want and need. Now you won't have to search. All right, awesome. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate your attendance, your participation, and I hope that helps. Did that help? Did it help a little bit? Did y'all learn anything at all? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I want to say again, Bruce Hill, New Skills New You. Thank you for the opportunity to serve, and cheers to the